it's me, Hoshinonya. Alright, I'm so ready to this next chapter. What happened last time? So we're gonna go. Oh yeah, we joined the game club. We joined the game club first, and we lost the game. Hijinks ensued, that kind of thing. And then later on, when we got home, our dad was like, "Get out! I need my artistic space." And so we went for a walk and realized, oh yeah, Rana's probably digging out the Colonel Sanders statue, so let's go help her. And we went to go help her, and that's when we found a magazine like confirming that there had indeed been a murder, and nobody wants to talk about it. So, let me just scooch my way in here. Alright. So, let's just get into it, yeah? Yeah, I think so. Continue. Load. We did already read the tips. It was stuff, we got to read the actual newspaper clipping. What else? What other things have we gotten? Oh yeah, about like the group that formed to like protest against it. That kind of stuff. Alright. I will try my best to continue doing all the voices. I'm not super good at differentiating the different voices though. That's the only downside. That's a little loud. Alright, there we go. The function of the school as an educational facility is very questionable. Our PE class is exceptionally disorganized. The only things we do together are warm-ups at the start. The teacher isn't even there for after that. All we do is play together. Oh my god. No helping it. Everybody's a different age or gender. The only rule is that we have to stay in school grounds while exercising. All the little kids are gallivanting about. Well, they certainly are being active. Might be getting plenty of exercise, but the Board of Education probably completely forgot about this school. Sorry to keep you waiting. We're all together now. What shall we do today in PE? Alright. We have all 4 members gathered now. Now then, class representative, what shall we do for PE today? What shall we do? Mion harumped and crossed her arms, haughtily surveying the area. Explosive power and endurance. There are no friends in the world of sports. Everyone is a rival. The only thing you can is trust your own body. Heck do you mean by that? You really read too much manga. I quipped about missing a beat. And so, we'll be taking a lesson from history. The tried and true king of all outdoor melee events. Let's play tag. It was quite the adorable choice to make after playing it up so much. Just what I was hoping for. That dunderhead Keiji-san shall be the first one to beat it. I won't be beaten. I'll try my best too. You can't beat me. Why are you guys all so into it? The third rule of our society. We must partake in the game, enjoying it without question. Then this counts as a club activity. Everyone smirked at each other. They all seemed pretty confident. I'm a man. Physically, I should be able to keep up with any girl my own age. Regardless, Mion and Satoko looked like they were aiming for victory, and Reina was looking at me as if pitying my disadvantage. Fine. Tag. I'm in! My yell echoed across school grounds. There were rules. Anyone who was able to evade being tagged before the bell was a winner. But we didn't switch who was it. The ones who were tagged by it also became it. one sec, sorry. Sorry. Long message. So the number of people who are it could increase exponentially. The endgame would become a hellish siege. They call the version we're playing here zombie tag, see? I see. Anyone infected by a zombie turns into a zombie. Why do you make it sound so scary, I wonder? As soon as I catch Reina, I'm gonna tear her entrails out while she's still alive. Gross! Keiichi-kun, that's gross! They call the version we're playing. Oh, sorry. Rika-chan placed her hand on Reina's head as she panicked. Don't worry. Poor Keiichi calms you down. I'll eat him up gently. Rika, that isn't comforting at all. Both Mion and I nodded deeply. So the first it. How do you decide who's the zombie? With rock, paper, scissors? Well, it is class time after all. Let's decide by answering questions. I'll ask the questions, and the one who isn't able to answer is the zombie. I have no idea which grade level they're coming. What does the Japanese word roku mean? I was bewildered by the sudden question. Mion repeated it. So, you need to answer, what's roku in English? 6? How about kushishita? Socks! What's the third last letter in the alphabet? It's X. What does seibutsu mean? Of course I know what that is. Satoko cut herself off before finishing the answer. I see. It's quite a lewd question. You're an adult, aren't you? Of course you know what it is, right? I certainly do. Of course I know. Go ahead and say it. That you know that. What does that mean exactly? Oh, Satoko looks so cute when she's in trouble. How cute! Don't take her home, it's a crime. If I didn't nip it in the bud, she would really have tried to take her home. Mion's pursuit was relentless, making Satoko stammer. Now then, go ahead and say it, nice and loudly. What does that mean? I don't know. I don't know. I do know. Say it. That means a person, thing, idea, action, or event which is previously indicated in context. Huh? All of us were a bit surprised by Rika-chan's unexpected answer. I see. Well, it certainly is what that means. That could have been awkward. I wonder what I would have done in Satoko's position. I'd probably get ticked off and just blurt out you know what at the top of my lungs. I wouldn't want you as an enemy, Mion Sonozaki. Thank goodness you were born a girl. If you were a boy, you'd probably be a perverted asshole. It appears I have no choice. Unfortunately, I, Satoko Haojo, shall assume the role of the zombie. I shall eat everyone. Seems like she's raring to go. All I must do is count to 100, correct? Some jerks skip numbers while counting to 100. So you can start chasing after you solve this problem. Oh, Keiichi-kun, give her a simple one, okay? 1/5 of a cake, 1/6 of a cake, 1/7 of a cake are all on a plate. Oh no. But there's no common denominators. Satoko grabbed a stick in panic and began drawing a cake in the fractions on the ground. If Satoko, who can eat one cake in 60 seconds, eats all of them, how many cakes are left on the plate? Just as I finished giving the word problem, Mion shouted, "Ready, go!" On Mion's signal, everyone but Satoko scattered. Keiichi-kun, that wasn't a problem at all, was it? Satoko had already lost the moment she started working it out. She's eating it all, of course, and there's nothing left on the plate. Everyone dashed off in the direction they thought was best. Knowing the lay of the land, they probably headed right to the best spots. It was obvious I was at a disadvantage. At that time like this, it would have been more effective to go along with those trained in survival skills. Like Mion, for example. The fact that I didn't realize it at the start of the game probably hurt my chances. Glancing back over the school grounds, I saw Satoko just rising up to start. She was really, really mad. Wahaha! She got tripped on with such a dumb question. I stood at one of the corners of the school. I had clear sightlines of two directions that would probably have a good response time if any zombies started closing in. For the time being, I caught my breath and focused on what I was trained to do and think during club activities yesterday. Now think calmly, Keiichi Maibara. If that was it, what would I do? Increasing my numbers would be the shortcut to victory, and going after the weakest player first is the obvious plan of attack. Meaning me. Now then, where could Keiichi-san possibly be? Shan't let you escape. But of course, what would be the best method to track me down? Footprints, smell, or maybe some kind of trail? If I could craftily hide my tracks, then there would be no trail for Satoko to follow. But I was no detective. Would I even be able to do that kind of thing like an amateur game like this? Tomita, Okumura, have you seen Keiichi-san recently? What the heck? Do zombies hunt their prey by asking nicely where they went? Tomita-kun and Okumura-kun pointed to the location I was hiding. After confirming she was heading in the direction, I abandoned my position. It wasn't easy to hide myself with all these little kids running around as they pleased. It was becoming even more obvious that I was at a disadvantage from not being familiar with the surroundings. If that's how it's gonna be, then I confront this intelligence-gathering zombie. I just counter it with a similar vein. I approached some girls playing with a ball. I'm sorry, but could you relay this message? Tell Satoko Hojo that her parents are at the gate, please. Message. Okay. I stopped the girls as they turned and ran off. Wait, don't go yet. Also take this one to Mion Sonozaki. Tell her teacher's calling her at the gate. I'm quite the schemer if I do say so myself. If things went well, then Satoko and Mion would run into each other at the gate. It would put me at a disadvantage if more people were it, but this Mion we're talking about. She'd figure out a way to escape. But that was just fine, as long as it bought me some time. Haha, dance for me, Mion and Satoko. In the palm of my hand. Having my fill of playing the con man, I looked for a place to hide. If you think about it logically, I'd only bought myself a scant amount of time, and it might even come back to bite me. Once I became a parent, I started spreading false information through messengers. I could end up being the recipient of those messages. Satoko would probably ask the messengers to help her look for me. That would mean there would be more zombies than participants in the game. The virus that was brought about by the mischief could cause an epidemic. All of my classmates would transform into zombies, and they would all be searching for me. This tactic might backfire horribly. While trembling at the thought of impending dawn of the dead, I began searching for a safe house. I found a shed by the incinerator behind the school. After climbing up on the roof, I held my breath. It wasn't a bad place to hold out. Not only did I have a good line of sight, but if necessary, I could jump off in 3 different directions to escape. It was getting rowdy down there. The lower grades were running around below the shed. Maibara-san isn't around. Is he over there? No. Where's Keiichi-san, I wonder? His dad is at the front gate. That was definitely a lie. The word gate is the same one I used. Gave a hint of revenge. So Mion was behind this. I was still keeping one step ahead of the game. I felt bad for my underclassmen, but they'd have to search until the school bell. Hey, do you know where Keiichi-san is at? His mom suddenly got really sick. A message from my Bara-san. They said his house caught fire and he needs to come to the gate. A jumbo jet fell on top of my Bara residence. The police have come to question him. Anything goes now. They say he enjoys peeping in the bathrooms. Huh? Is it true that he's going around every night stealing panties? Who are they talking about? I heard he wears panties on his head and smells them and stuff. No way I would do that. I heard the class representative Nyon was a victim too. What? This is your doing, Nyon! Calm down, Keiichi, my Bara. This is Nyon Valentech. Flush me out. Just hold on. If my underclassmen thought about it logically, they would know it's all nonsense. But small kids don't think things logically. To them, all of those things were true, so they all chuckled together while looking for me. Hehehe. Wahahaha. I win, Nyon. It's my victory. Wahaha. Whipping unrelenting tears away, I felt intoxicated by my own victory. Did you hear? I heard that the new transfer student, my Bara-san, is really a perverted person. Hahaha. The cost of being your own had a high price. Ah! Oh, someone passed below. That's Reina and Rika-chan. Rika-chan, you're still okay? I'm getting by somehow. It seems Mi-chan is it as well. It couldn't be. She'd become it because of my little strategy. Oh shit, that was me saying that. This confirmed that Mion was behind this relentless message war. Then, this wasn't good. We finally got away from Mi-chan. But Satoko-chan, she's... Satoko was searching around the pipes, so we should be safe here for a while. Upon hearing that, I breathed a sigh of relief. While Reina was slumped on the ground, breathing heavily, Rika-chan had started creeping up to her. Rika-chan doesn't want to make noise when she walks, but it's strange. It couldn't be. Whoa! Rika-chan! What is it? What is it? Oh! Don't worry. I had never seen Rika-chan smile so creepily before. Well, why are you coming closer? Why? Rika-chan isn't a zombie, is she? Don't be scared. I'll be sure to eat you gently. No way! Rika-chan, no! Reina was pressed against the wall, and Rika-chan lurched forward with both arms out, just like a zombie. Reina cocked her head back and pushed against the wall. It was quite a surreal scene of horror, like those of zombie breakout videos you'd seen. At that moment, Reina's eyes met mine. Keiichi-kun, save me! Zombie Rika-chan turned 180 degrees, exorcist style, and glared at me. Found him! I see Kei-chan! Mion popped out from behind the cinder block wall around the garbage dump, also seeing where I was. My position was only advantageous when there was one zombie. Being surrounded was not so good. You said you located Keiichi-san? I could tell that Satoko was rushing my way. It seemed that Rika-chan had let Reina escape, and now she was baring her fangs in my direction. Come on down, Keiichi-chan. The three zombies circled the shed, moaning curses. You guys are scary. Who scary? I wonder how Keiichi-san's guts taste. Keiichi-san! Keiichi, I want you to become one of us. Someone save me! I saw Reina pausing to me from across the schoolyard. An apology. Sorry. Leaving me for dead? Reina! I leapt off the rope out of fear, slipping as I landed. Satoko and Rika jumped on top of me, and after straddling me, they tickled me all over my body. Wahaha! Stop! Stop! Wah! So this means Reina is still left. There isn't much time until the bell. Damn you, Reina. How dare you leave me for dead? the feelings of a zombie. I understood how vengeful ghosts of lingering regrets felt. It's sad, so sad. But Keiichi's one of us now. It felt like I'd been bitten by a vampire and was now on their thralls. It was just a strange feeling, being welcomed over to the side that had pursued me. Zombie tag is quite profound. This is no time for a postulate. We must capture Reina! The principal is walking down the hall. The bell will ring soon. To devour Reina, I, who had been turned into a demon of vengeance, needed to use any means necessary. Except I wasn't just a zombie. I was a master of the night, a vampire. Using the same trick that had tightened the noose around my neck, I used my classmates to further my evil designs. I gathered up the lower grades from all around the school grounds. Everyone listen! Reina's in big trouble. All of you, please look for Reina. It's a bigger problem than a jumbo jet crashing into your family house. Oh yeah, it had turned into that, hadn't it? Mion whistled nonchalantly, trying to avoid the blame. Yeah, it's not even the same league as the jumbo jet. What fell in Reina's house? Was it a space colony? A space colony? Yeah, it was a really big disaster. Everything in a 100-kilometer radius was obliterated. But that's only the prelude to this tragic tale. This is the beginning, the start of a war of independence by the propaganda battery of Zion. The lower grades were dumbfounded, their eyes like saucers at the grand turn of events. What will happen? Will the Turan Federation lose? If things go on like this, they will. Only one person can defeat the Red Comet. That person is Reina Ryugyu. The lower grade students all gulped. It seems I made them fully understand the fight for Earth was lost without Reina. Now scatter, comrades. We must find Reina. My comrades in the lower grades let out an enthusiastic cheer and dashed off in various directions around school grounds. There was still one person who wasn't gone, but I thought even the Terran Federation's impulse wave diffusion cannon didn't work on the Comet Empire. You're close. That's the white variety of those comets. The reason it didn't work was because they didn't know the weak point. Of course, Reina knows their weak point really well. Ryugu-san is really amazing. Satisfied with that, he also rushed off to look. Hello! Look for Reina. How you doing? We're just reading a chapter from Higurashi. It does seem like there are some promising up-and-comers amongst the youngsters. Little Kei-chan's abilities. This old man knows them better now. It didn't really feel like she was complimenting me, but whatever. Really though, how exceptional, Keiichi-san. This looks quite promising. If we have this many, we can win. With this many, we will win. I was thinking that Keiichi would have been a better nominee for the initial zombie. Rika-chan's words stung a bit, but I'd let it slide for now. Not even Reina would be able to escape the entire class. As a result of everyone's thorough search, Reina was finally cornered in the back of the sports equipment shed. You're all so scary! Keiichi-kun too! So scary! It probably was scary being chased around by the entire student body. All the lower grades closed in on Reina, saying she was the only one who could save the world. What are you all saying? I can't control a mech! Reina! How could you leave me for dead? Are you ready to pay for it? I'm sorry about that, Keiichi-kun, but I didn't have a choice! Do not resist. Let yourself be devoured. Let's all be together. Now, Reina, say your prayers. Mwahaha. Reina had stumbled onto a mat, trembling, with tears in her eyes. I closed in, associating the situation with a familiar, particularly immoral one, made by the pulse clicking a bit. Satoko and Rika-chan were both wiggling their fingers. They probably wanted to tickle Reina. Reina, wanting no part of what she was about to happen, went stiff with fear. Keiichi-kun, you wouldn't do mean things like everyone else, would you? Would you? I wonder... How? Now then, are you ready?
Okay, so long as it's Keiichi-kun.
The face she made was resigned herself to fate that made my heart skip a beat. I believe that
Keiichi-kun won't do horrible things to me.
body won't move. There had to be some sort of anti-zombie mantra. The second my sense of reason chimed in, the beast inside me died instantly. There was the bell. Game over.
Yay! I did it! I did it! I survived! Yay! Yay!
Reina pranced around merrily as if a curse had been broken. So daylight broke in the nick of time, and the evil zombie army disintegrated to dust. And so, the heroine survived. Well, that's how it goes in the movies anyway. What?
What are you pulsating about? This is all because Keiichi-san was dawdling about.
Punishment is required. I was subdued by Satoko and Rika-chan, and once again sentenced to death by 100 tickles.
Forgive me!
Then the award for surviving goes to Reina Ryukyu and Mion Sonozaki! Yay!
Huh? Mii-chan wasn't a zombie?
I only pretended to be one. They say you need to deceive your allies before you can deceive the enemy, you know.
Mion, you little...
Yeah. Hurry up and change, alright? Don't be late for the next class.
Let go of me, Satoko! Rika-chan!
Having had my fill of being so terrified to my very core of my club activities, I solemnly swore I would have Mion crying for mercy next time. After arriving home, I quickly made preparations to head out once again. I'd agreed to meet with Reina and dig Colonel Sanders out of that mountain of treasure from before. Mom, do we have any work gloves? I need towels too. Aren't they in the tool shed out back? The towels are by the sink. Alright, now I was all ready. Looking at me, my mom stays quizzically. What's going on, Keiichi? Where are you headed to and all that get-up? If they come to dump again illegally, they'll be buried completely and it'll be impossible to dig them out. And if that happens, Reina will undoubtedly go after the Colonel Sanders in front of the fried chicken place in town. A bit of excavating, so my classmate doesn't become a criminal. Well, don't be out too late. Mom returned to the kitchen with a puzzled expression still on her face. Ooh, this is really relaxing right here. Love that. Cutting through the woods as a shortcut to the dam site, I ran into someone. Oh? Hey! It was Tomataki-san. Probably taking pictures of wild birds again with that precious camera of his. It couldn't be that he took pictures of handsome young men in Twilight, right? Hey, long time no see. Keiichi-kun, right? My due regards. I expelled the rude imaginary form from my head and greeted him without inciting anything. By the way, was that girl an acquaintance of yours? He was probably talking about Reina. Guessing by the way Tomataki-san was shaken up. Well, what was that all about? She was walking around with an axe, and she was laughing at the huge smile across her face. Yeah, that was Reina without a doubt. It was probably because she could take it home today, so she couldn't hide her excitement. I hid myself because I thought it might be dangerous. Should I call the cops to be safe? Well, it certainly would be quite a spectacle for a girl her age to be roaming around with an axe. Tomotaki-san's reaction was an epitome of logical. Ah, it's fine, it's fine. Just leave her be. She's just wandering around looking for some more victims. Tomotaki-san was alarmed by the crass response. Well, it's probably hard for normal people to understand, Reina. I'll just touch a bunch of BS out there. If you were to be killed out there, she'd probably be the one to do it. Try not to snoop around too much around here. With a condescending smirk, I started off in the direction of the dam site where Reina was waiting. Before I got too far, Tomotaki-san abruptly called out to me. Keiichi-kun, is that meant to be a warning for an outsider like me? I didn't mean that seriously. I did try to make it obvious, but... I'll try my best to be careful. Leaving only those words behind, Tomotaki-san turned around and left. I didn't really mean to call him an outsider. I wasn't really implying anything when he said that. It only meant to be a joke, but it felt like I'd said something bad.
Keiichi-kun! I was waiting for you. Let's try our best today.
I understood that Tomotaki-san was trying to say. Somebody gallivanting about while waving an axe around certainly would seem dangerous. You should cover the axe with something when you're around in public. It's not good to carry it around out in the open.
It seems that I lost it, so there isn't one.
Thinking about it, there really was no need to try and keep up appearances. Everyone in Hinamizawa probably already knew about Reina's eccentricities. She's probably the only person who could carry an axe around Hinamizawa and not be considered suspicious. Well, let's finish this today. If we just bust through the last beam, we should be able to pull him out. I've got everything I need. Leave it to me.
Okay.
I took the axe from Reina and made my way up to the unstable slope.
Just wait, Colonel Sanders. Keiichi-kun will save you.
Alright, get back. I'll finish this in one go. A solid thwack rang out through Hinamizawa, as if the job was being done by a lumberjack.
How is it? Think you can do it? If it looks too hard, you don't have to strain yourself.
If I can break through this, then we'll be good. I have plenty of power today. I can do it. But this adversary was more formidable than I had expected. First of all, I'd never used an axe before. During a school camping trip, I had wanted to split the wood, but I lost that rock, paper, scissors and wasn't able to do it. Because the spot where I was standing was so unstable, I soon became tired. I decided to take a break. Reina had already spread out a trap and laid down some tea. Oh, tarp. A tarp and laid down some tea and sweets. I'm fine. I'm almost there. I'll make sure Reina can give Colonel Sanders a goodnight kiss tonight.
Yeah, thank you. Giving Colonel Sanders a goodnight kiss. How?
Come to think of it, Reina, you're a transfer student too, right? Where did you live before? I asked her nonchalantly while drinking tea. I thought she lived here all of her life.
In Kanto. It wasn't as rural as it is out here, but it was still out in the countryside.
Why did you move here? To Hinamizawa, I mean. You know, this is pretty far out in the boonies.
Why did you move here? Does it have to do with your dad's work?
Dad said he wanted to move out to a studio. He'd been saying that for a while, that somewhere deep in the mountains like this would be perfect.
Studio? Is your father an artist or something?
Paint scenery. Seems that twice a year he opens a gallery for his stuff he does. When he started, his works were displayed in an industrial plaza in Tokyo, but now they're exhibited in Makuhia Mese. Hello! How you doing? We're just reading some Higurashi. He's determined to have them displayed in the Waterfront International Exhibition Hall.
That's amazing! Let me see them next time.
I was too embarrassed to tell her that I didn't really know what kind of pictures my father painted. Well, eventually I would. I picked myself up after giving some vague answers. But you transferred here in the middle of the semester, didn't you? Wasn't that a hassle? Not really. I was getting bored of the city anyway. I was trying to get answers from Reina, but I ended up being the one giving out all the answers. With a bit of a weary smile, I grabbed the handle of the axe and headed back towards the worksite. Oh boy, I get nervous when the music stops. The air grew colder as the sun slowly set. Higurashi began their song, as if to tell me to stop and head home for the day. Just a bit more. Today, I would end it. When I first started, I chatted with Reina as I worked, but now I didn't have that luxury.
Hua!
You little...
Damn it!
I'd swung the axe countless times today, just like this. Contact. Shards of wood splintered. The assailants butchered the victim's body with hatchets and pickaxes. I recalled that passage from the tabloid. One hit with something like this would smash someone's head in. Axes and pickaxes were not meant to be swung at people, ever. With one last swing, the beam cracked apart. The weight I put behind the axe only split through the beam, but smashed the statue's shoulder as well. The arm came off with a splintering sound. It clattered down noisily, stopping at my feet. Ah!
What's the matter? Are you hurt?
Sorry. The figure's arm, I broke it off.
Oh, that's all. I thought Keiichi-kun hurt himself.
I probably had a really guilty look on my face. Reina said that without a hint of dismay as she smiled.
We just need to tape it back and put the coat over him. Nobody will ever notice.
I see. Let's pull him out then. Can you get that side?
Okay.
Seems they haven't been able to find one of the arms, you see. I laughed dryly at how pathetic I was for considering the arm flopping down and rolling to my feet to be such a bad omen. Both Reina and Mio knew how sickening of an incident that was, so they pretended they didn't know. I had looked it up by myself, and shamefully enough, I was scared. You're pathetic, Keiichi Maibara. All right, Reina. Let's do this in one go. Ready, and...
Whoa! We did it! We did it, Keiichi-kun! Yay!
The right time to give 3 cheers. That moment of 2 days of work began bearing fruit. He, who had brought to Himizawa covered in filth to meet his end. Instead, we were able to welcome him back. You're pretty lucky, Colonel Sanders. Your new master's a pretty decent person.
Ah, Colonel Sanders, he's really cute.
It didn't matter that he was dirty. Reina nuzzled him in cheerfully with his cheek. I was dead tired, but seeing Reina's happy face made it all worth it. I hope you carry it back. It'd be bad if it gets dark.
Yeah, right. I really want to thank you, Keiichi-kun. I won't forget this.
Think real hard about what you'll do to repay me, okay?
Whoa, I wonder what kind of repayment. I wonder.
For now, I just hold back my evil cackle. We were ready to take it out to our house, but we couldn't go like this. We rolled the statue up in a tarp and lifted him. And so Jack and Jill went down the hill, carrying a human-sized bag of an unsheathed axe. I prayed that we wouldn't run into Tomitaki-san. If he saw us here and took a picture, we'll need to get rid of him. Teehee. Is that meant to be a warning for an outsider like me? Something struck me as odd about the words Tomitaki-san, unable to grasp the sense of my humor he had left behind. That's so ominous when they do it like that. Alright, let me see the tip. Reina's not here. You know where she is, Keiichi? Huh? She was just here, actually. Hey, Mion. Where did Reina go? Reina? Didn't she go to the bathroom? She did say that she's been having bowel troubles lately. I hadn't heard anything about that. Satoko, do you know where Reina went?
Reina, you say? I just passed her in the hallway.
Reina has a class due today, so she's off to water the flower bed. Ah, it was Reina's turn for class duty. That's very much appreciated. Reina, Reina, Reina. Upon hearing it repeated, a thought came to my mind. It's rude to say this about someone's name, but it was a weird name. It was like someone's foreign name. What kind of name is Reina, I wonder? What kind of kanji does her name use? Reina is her nickname. She has a proper name as well. What, really? I was sure that Reina Ryugyu was her full name. Well, I can understand you making that mistake since we all only call her Reina. She even signs her name Reina. It's like her real name in school. I wonder what her real name is. Let's ask her when she comes back. Satoko and Rika-chan looked at each other. You don't need to ask her. We'll tell you what it is. It's the Rei from Ore and Na from Nara. Her real name is Reina Ryugyu. Rihanna, is it? So it reads as Reina instead of Rihanna? That's pretty interesting reading. That's not it. Rihanna is the correct way. Reina had told us that she wanted us to call her by Reina, so we call her Reina. Fair enough. Kei-chan, Reina is Reina, you know? Only strangers call her Rihanna. You get where this is going. I understood what Mion was saying. Didn't matter what her real name was, only what names she used between us. Reina Ryugyu is Reina. There's nobody other than that. So I was thinking, if I had a nickname, would you call me that? If it's good. So what do you want to be called? Con Man. Interesting. Oh, it's not done. Reina then came back to the classroom. One of the juniors near the door told Reina people were looking for her.
What's this now? Who is looking for me, I wonder?
Seeing that both Mion and I sneered. Bailiff, Ryugyu doth show herself. Con man, you're quite sinister. Wahaha.
What is this? Keiichi-kun and Mi-chan are evil bailiffs? A con man?
Damn you, Rananosuke Ryugyu. Today doth be when thou meetest thy maker. Have at thee.
What? Suki-san, Kaku-san, show them what for.
Aye, sir. I expect my fee to be paid by a Swiss bank account. Since it comes to this, we have no choice. We'll just have to grab and battle with 5 people. Reina's fierce punches exploded in proper timing to take out the seal. Evil that was Mion and myself vanquished in the end. I do hope that Reina does go on a journey to make the world a better place. How about heading to Nagatocho? My destination is decided by where the cute stuff gathers. Toll the bell signaled that break time was over.
Come on, Keiichi-chan. Keiichi-kun, Mi-chan.
The teacher's coming. I took Reina's hand and stood up. It was just as the teacher had entered the classroom. Just one more hour. Man, oh man. Gotta buckle down for one more. Interesting. I mean, the little bit... Because I watched the anime, like, religiously. But yeah, it never brought up that she had... That wasn't her real name. I love that... so glad I'm reading this. It's good stuff. Alright, we're gonna save. Yeah. Yes. And like that, we finished chapter 4! Let's go! Woo! Almost halfway from what I've understood. Man, my throat really hurts. Hold on. Yeah, that felt good. They feel a little shorter. They keep getting like a little bit shorter, I feel like. But that's okay. I mean, these Sunday streams are more just, they feel like they're just for me anyway. They're just my excuse to be like, no, I gotta read the next chapter in my book, you know? But yeah, so that's where we'll end it there today. Hmm. I hope you have a good day, morning, evening, night, whatever it is for you. It was me, Hoshinonya. Bye bye.